Hi, I'm Landon with Pressful, and I'm here with the founder and CEO of DearDoc, Joe Brown, who has just launched a new product, Missed Call AI, that helps patients when doctors' offices are closed. Joe, how are you doing?
Landon, thanks for having me. Feeling good, feeling good.
Glad to have you, Joe. I think this product's amazing. I think it's going to revolutionize the medical industry. Tell me everything.
DearDoc, we are a practice growth platform where we help doctors grow their practice in many different ways. We work with a little over 2,500 private practices right now, all across the United States and Canada, and we're continuing to grow as more and more people send referrals. So we just released a new product and we just launched it. And so the product kind of stemmed from this idea that we were doing a ton of studies and research on how like calls were being done within a medical practice. And we found out a few interesting things. We found out, number one, that 85% of patients that call a doctor's office will call once and never call back again. And so we thought, hey, that's a challenge, because if you don't get that person, or if you don't pick up the phone, or if you miss that call, maybe your office is closed or it's after hours, whatever it could be, that's a huge missed opportunity. And number two, we found out that 80% of patients who call a doctor's office will not leave a voicemail. And so if 80% of people if 85 aren't going to call back and 80% aren't going to leave a voicemail, you're missing out on tons and tons of potential patients that you could be helping and serving in your community. And that's kind of how the product stemmed.
And of those 85% that don't leave a voicemail, don't they go straight to the competitor's office? Don't they go straight to another doctor?
Exactly. Yep. So what happens is they'll call the office, and then if they can't get what they need, they're going to call the next person and the next person to whoever answers first. We needed something for our doctors to be able to understand these calls were going to come in, but to stop the patient from going to another practice and go so they can serve them, right? If they're calling that doctor first, it's for a reason, but let's make sure they go to that actual person. So that's what the Missed Call AI product does. And that's what we're really excited about.
So how does it work, Joe? The doctor's offices are closed. It's after hours, but I want to call a doctor. And so I call and then I get a chat bot. Is that correct?
So yes, very, very close. Yeah. So what happens is, let's say you're a patient, you're calling a podiatrist or a dentist or whatever type of doctor you're calling, and maybe they're just busy. The call goes to voicemail. Maybe it's after hours for them, or they're off on Tuesdays, right? Well, you call in and you get the voicemail. You're like, all right, well, I'm not going to leave a voicemail. I'm going to do what the 80% do and go to the next person. Well, within the next minute or less than a minute of you hang up the phone call, before you can find another doctor on the list, DearDoc's going to immediately text that patient saying, hey, sorry we missed your call. This is, Smart Water Optometry. Sorry we missed your call. If you have any questions, or if you would like to request an appointment or anything else, we have an online assistant who's available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can chat with her here. And so they clicks a link and it takes them to their actual chat where they can have a conversation with an automated assistant, their virtual kind of front desk person that's live for them 24 hours, and then just gets their information, their name, phone number, lets them request an appointment, or even schedule if they have a online scheduling, can be integrated right into the AI. So all these really, really amazing things. And what we've noticed, and so we did recently launch, but we've had a bunch of people beta testing this for the past few months. And what we've noticed is about a 25 to 30% increase in the number of leads we've been sending these doctors' offices, because we're capturing all these people that are super high intent. They want something from you. They wouldn't have taken the actual energy to pick up their phone and call you. They're high intent people that we're getting in front of that you would have completely missed otherwise. That's kind of how the product works. And it's been really awesome to see the success so far.
That's great. So the patient just essentially gets a text message and they can respond to that. And so they can get instant gratification. They can go ahead and book their appointment and then go ahead and get their questions answered without having to wait till 9 a.m. the next morning.
Exactly. Right. So like, if you want to know, do you take, hey, I have Blue Cross Blue Shield insurance. Do you accept that insurance? Well, instead of, potentially hoping or trying to find it on their website that's hard to navigate, like, you can ask that really quickly, get that information. And then the next follow-up question is, would you like to request an appointment or schedule an appointment? They could be, well, sure. And you're not being reactive with a button, hoping that they actually press it. You're being proactive and ask them for that information, and they're more likely to give it over. I mean, we all know the motto says, ask and you shall receive, right? Just ask. And that's the real value of the product.
And on the other side, it helps the doctors kind of more efficiently and kind of helps them organize their leads and their patients to kind of reach out to in the future as well, right?
It's great for patients, right? Because now patients get immediate access. And on the doctor's side, obviously, you're going to get those leads. Now, when somebody submits their information, there's an entire DearDoc dashboard that they can actually see all the new people that came in, all organized in an easy, clear way that they can then reach out to and whatever information they need more on top of that. And by the way, this is one of, it ties in with a lot of our other products, but this is just one product that we just released, been working on for so long that we are so thrilled and excited to get out to the world and provide value.
Well, I'm excited for you. Now, I know you brought this product to market a little bit ago, or it's fairly new, but I know over 60 practices are currently using it. What have been the results they've experienced, Joe?
It's crazy. Some things we didn't even think about was what happened. So, like, for example, one of our practices that's using it, their phone line went down. So all calls, they weren't getting any phone calls because their phone line just happened to go down. But luckily, they had the missed call AI. So every call was being missed. They were getting the text message, and they were still able to get new patients in the door and help their current patients because their phone line went down, because they had now this chat to take care of it. But other than that, they're getting all these leads. I mean, and it's crazy because we show all of our doctors at what time of day that these people are submitting information in. And so to see the stuff that's coming in at 11 p.m., what they didn't even realize, the 1 a.m.s, the 5 a.m.s, and they're always, when they're closed these hours, they don't really know. And now they're seeing all these new people coming in they would have never gotten before. So we're seeing a lot of unique use cases with the products, and that's been really, really exciting with it.
It sounds great. And it sounds like it really does improve efficiency for the doctors and the patients, and allows the doctors to kind of grow their practice and grow their brand and reach a broader demographic, which I think is so important as we shift towards and we pivot towards kind of an indoor model during COVID, during this pandemic.
I think there's another study that says like 78% of patients will go to the first person that responds, right? And so if you're not going to be that first responder, even though it's AI, right, they're still interacting with something that's trained and built by the practice, right? And so they're able to get the immediate answers, get things that they need, and request appointments, feel at ease that, okay, I know I submitted my information, I know they got it. We then immediately follow up with an email and a text message to the patient saying, hey, we got your information. We're going to take care of you. So listen, there's other things we offer too, which is like, for example, telemedicine that we've been offering our clients since, I think we've been working on that for a long time, and we got it. I mean, it was supposed to be launched towards the end of 2020. We sped it up once COVID hit and got it done somewhere in the middle of April. And we were able to get that out to the market in a time where people really needed it, because in April of 2020, you weren't even allowed to see patients in person. So that was big helpful. But I want to focus on the missed call AI thing, because I think that in itself is going to change the way that people interact with phones. And now with phone systems now being on automate text messaging, and it's going to just change communication, we believe, forever, and really make a difference.
Exactly. In this post-pandemic world, we've seen a shift of how we do business, of how we engage, how we communicate. And a lot of that is digital. And it's really interesting to see, the patients and how they do that. Now, Joe, how often would you say those inquiries that come in at 11 p.m. and after hours, 1 a.m. are frequently asked questions that are easily addressed with a chatbot?
The most commonly asked questions are, what insurance do you accept? Right? So, or I have Blue Cross Blue Shield, or I have Aetna. Do you accept my insurance? Right? These are some of the most commonly asked questions we get. And also, like, certain services, right? Do you guys offer Invisalign? What services do you provide? And then also other questions like, hey, I have a 2-year-old. Do you guys see children? So there are these commonly asked questions that happen. And the beauty of it is that we'll be able to answer them immediately. But more importantly is that the world we live in at DearDoc is that, like, we're one of the many providers that can offer some type of chat for your website. Now, we're really the only artificial full AI chat purely just for the healthcare field. But there's other chats on websites. If you go to like Walmart.com or any of these other websites, you'll see a chat. And we believe that by 2023 or at latest 2025, every website will have this type of chat. And the reason it's so important, especially for the healthcare field, is that 75% of people that go to a doctor's website will only go once and never come back again. So there are super important questions that are being asked, and to be able to answer them, but more importantly, capturing the name and phone number before they leave and go to another website is the real value add that we're bringing these providers.
I mean, it really is a great marketing tool, a powerful marketing tool for doctors, and a very much an efficient tool for patients. Allows them to get their urgent questions. I mean, these are health questions. So there is a sense of urgency that comes along with health, right?
And make sure people feel like they're being taken care of, and making sure that people know that you're on it. Like yes, like getting new leads is really important. We believe that's like the main value driver of this missed call AI product, that you're going to be getting more leads that you would have never gotten, because you're getting these people who are super high intent, who want your treatment, and they're trying to get in touch with you. But number two, imagine that experience as a patient, right? It's like I called, I got a text message. Now I'm like, interacting with like AI or getting my questions answered right away. And it's like 1 a.m. and I feel like at ease. And you go through their whole process, and it's just, you get, you request your appointment, you get an immediate text message after just confirming, hey, you're good to go. We've got your information. In the level of experience if you study what makes a really great customer experience, and I think it's the same for patient experience, it's the immediacy of being taken care of, and the technology advancements that you're using makes you feel at ease, makes you feel like you're dealing with somebody who is modern and is up with the times and is going to take care of me because they have the most advanced technology, all these other things that can go along with it, even in the subconscious level for these patients. So yeah, the entire experience from front to back is really helped with this product.
State of the art. Absolutely. And I don't know about you, Joe, but I prefer texting to calling. I think text messaging is much more efficient. What's your problem? Here's their solution. What's your question? Here's your answer.
Like even last year, they did a study. I think it was, I'm not sure who did it, but it was like 68% of people will prefer to do some type of like chat, like online chat, whether it's SMS or through like the website chat, over like calling, because they don't want to have to either wait on hold for a customer service rep, right? They want to get immediate access. And at the same time, like people are just so used to like being on their phone, sending a Facebook message or like liking something on Facebook and then quickly going to SMS. It's just how we interact now. And I think some people are afraid of the future because of it. And I think that change is the only thing that's constant in this world, and you have to embrace it. And if you're people that embrace it, like our clients, the 2,500 people that are using DearDoc technologies, it's, our whole mission is to reinvent how doctors grow their practice. And so by reinventing it, that means like we have to like fire the old ways we had even gotten business before and create new ones. We think that the people that are willing to take the chance see a lot of benefit.
So Joe, tell me, where can people go to find out more about DearDoc?
It's a great question. So you can go to getdeardoc.com. So GETDEARDOC.com. And check out the website, learn about what we got. You can also schedule a free consultation where someone on our team can actually go through your website and at no additional charge, just give you advice on ways that we feel that you could optimize and make your practice better. Obviously, if you want to learn more about DearDoc products, you're more than happy to learn more about them. We think we could probably help, but regardless, we want to make sure we believe that if we provide enough value, more great things will come back in return. And that is our main objective. So check out getdeardoc.com and someone can be in touch with you soon.
Thanks so much for taking the time to speak with me today. And I can't wait to see what's next from DearDoc.
Landon, it's been a great one. Thanks for having me.